He's gone. You were too slow.
How could you?
Keep going.
How could you?
Keep going. Ignore the pain.
I told you it was to trick you. I told you.
Where are you going?
See, there's nothing to follow. Come on. There it is.
You're imagining this.
It's Dillian. Go towards him. Quick, go, run. Come on, before he disappears. Go, go, go. Ow.
Before she first met him, she was not in a good place. Just a teenager, but not like the others. Barely functioning, she rarely left the house. Her father Zinbal made sure of that. Only occasionally did she venture out on her own, collecting firewood and herbs. Errands out in the Orkney Plains. That was her world. Like this one. Barren and lonely. There he was. The lone figure of a boy.
He's there, under the tree.
Swordplay under the shade of a tree. She remembers the first time she saw him. To her young eyes, he moved as if dancing, and the world danced with him. The gloom lifted. For the first time in years, she felt a ray of hope.
The Northmen tell of a great hero. His name is Sigmund. His father's hall was built around a great tree, and one day Odin comes and thrusts his sword into the tree, a gift to whomever can release it. Many try, but the sword only comes out at Sigmund's touch. His brother-in-law, King Siggeir, wants it, but Sigmund refuses it, so King Siggeir plots revenge. He invites... King Siggeir captures Sigmund and his brothers, steals his coveted sword, and readies them for execution. Death for Sigmund and his brothers seems certain. But the king's wife is Sigmund's sister, and she begs for mercy and implores the king to chain them up instead. He agrees. Not for mercy, though, but because he plans an even more cruel and lingering death. Chained to a tree in the forest that night, a she-wolf comes and devours one of Sigmund's brothers. She returns, ravenous, night after night, until only Sigmund is left. The next day, Sigmund's sister sends a servant with honey to smear on Sigmund's face. But to what end? Well, that night, when the she-wolf appears again, you'll never guess what happens.
even fight. It's just deception.
How does he so effortlessly court the world and bliss? If only she could do the same. See the world through eyes anew and dance with it, just like he does.
What's your name?
Senua.
I haven't seen you before.
I don't leave home much.
Oh, Zenua's daughter.
I have to go.
Wait. Who taught you to fight like that?
No one.
No one.
Well, I watched you, and
You learnt all of that from watching me? You should become a warrior, you know.
me?
I'm Dillian. I'm here for the warrior trials. Just come and watch. And bring your sword.
You can't put it into words. That moment when you look into the eyes of the one who's supposed to reassure you, make you feel safe. It only takes an instant. Fear swallows you before you have a chance to make sense of it. And darkness becomes a part of who you are.
You killed him.
But her world changed the day the Norsemen took him from her. Senua knows that there's no going back to how things were. That there's nothing to go back to at all.
Stay still, stay quiet, hide, don't tell her.
Their gods can see into your mind. They will use this power to destroy
They
you.
won't stop me. I can still feel him.
Whatever's left of him, they will never let him go.
I'm not gonna let him rot here.
You're the one rotting here.
Leave me alone.
You will die here,
No.
and all your suffering will have been for nothing.
Dillian? Is that you? I'll find you, my love. I promise.
he in?
You want to believe it.
Is he
It's
there?
not real.
Is he there?
You're alone in these mountains.
Is that Dillian?
Nothing lives here. You won't survive. You met him by the tree.
She met him by the tree.
Maybe it's a sign, the tree.
What's he trying to tell you?
He's waiting for you by the tree.
As the she-wolf licks the sweet honey from Sigmund's face, he bites the wolf's tongue. The she-wolf pulls away, but Sigmund holds on. The chains break, and he is free. After his escape, Sigmund lives like us, hidden in the forest. His enemy, King Siggeir, believing him dead, as his sister plots revenge. And for vengeance to succeed, even the great Sigmund needs help. So she sends her sons to him. But their blood is weak and corrupted, and they're put to death by Sigmund. So his sister hatches him.
Take the sword.
A sword.
Take it.
Dillian left it for you.
Take it. Take it.
Take it.
Don't take it. It's a trick.
It's a trick.
It's ending.
It's coming from there and there.
Oh, what are they?
Look.
Where's it coming from? She started something. Oh,
What's happening?
Senua, imagine a sword that can slay gods. Its name is Gramr. It was forged by the god of all Northmen, Odin, and gifted to Sigmund, a great warrior.
I need this sword. It's important. Can you help me?
The sword appears whole, but it is an illusion. It shattered into shards long ago. It is said a great warrior can reforge Gramr by answering the trials of Odin, one for each shard. The roots of the Tree of Death will take you to new lands where you will face the
go
trials.
to the shards. Go to the shard.
Go to the shards.
What's the shard? Find it.
It's the metal runestones.
It's in front of you.
Find it.
The metal. The runes.
You need that sword.
Go to the shard.
Find the shards. Where is it?
Find it. There it is.
Focus.
There's the shard. Focus.
Focus.
Use your eyes. Look.
Get closer.
What can you see?
Go to it. It's not safe. Don't go near it.
Move closer.
Go.
Come on. What can you see?
It's in your mind.
You can see.
I want to tell you a story about a god of the Northmen called Balder. The second son of Odin. He was beautiful, good, and wise. He was fair of feature, he spoke fair words, he gave fair judgments. Light shone from him. Only good things were told of him. Yet he was the first of the gods to die.
bridge is broken. There's no way you can fix it. What do you do now, Senua? Face. What is it? What does it see? You want to see what the mask sees. No, she doesn't. Don't look through it. I'm curious. Stay back, don't touch it. You're curious. Be careful. It's not safe. Trust us. Does it see? It's dangerous. The mask is here to watch you fail. Okay? Don't fail. Where are we? It's the same. It's another world. The bridge. It's not broken. It's fixed. What happened? The bridge is fixed. Let's cross it.
The Northmen tell this story about the death of Baldur. It begins with dark dreams.
You can
Night after night, Baldur dreams of his own death,
read the
and
runes.
the gods fear for his life.
Dillion.
So Baldur's mother makes everything in the world: fire, water, iron, stone, earth, wood,
Open the gate. She can't. Open the gate. It's locked. Try harder. She can't. The gate. She can't. She can't. She will. She'll find a way. She always finds a way. The gate is open. Go through the gate. Go through it. It's dangerous. Follow it. What's behind the gate? Where will it take you? It's not safe. Can you remember what love feels like? Look what happens to the thing she loves. She destroys the thing she loves. You broke him, you killed him. You couldn't see the darkness within you. Look what happens to the things you love. Dillion. There he is. There he is. What are you waiting for? Quick, find a way. Find him. Go through before he disappears. Dillion, don't lose him. Where is he? Where's he gone? We're in the wrong world. He's not here. She's in the wrong world. He's not in this world. He's in the other one. He's in the other one. He's in the dark world. The dark.
The world once seemed so simple. Black and white. Darkness and light. Narrow dividing lines of our own making. Dillion taught her to see further. To peek through the cracks and see the worlds of colour stretching away from the gloom. And Senua explored new paths into the unknown.
Do you remember what love feels like? Senua, you've got it.
Why isn't he here?
He's gone.
He's in the dark world.
He's gone to the dark world.
You're in the wrong world.
He's in the other world.
The dark world.
Without
The curse Dillion believed in you. She thought she had light within her. Where are you taking us?
He's up there. Dark. How do you get up there? There's a way. There is a way up there. She can do it. You're nearly there. She'll find the way.
Themselves by throwing spears and stones at Baldur, striking at him with sword and axe. But he comes to no harm, whatever they do. The gods never cease to wonder at this great marvel. But Loki shapes himself into a woman and asks Baldur's mother, is it really true that all things promise to keep him safe? I did not ask the mistletoe, Baldur's mother confesses. I thought it was too young. Oh dear. Loki makes a dart out of mistletoe and goes to the gods as they throw things at Baldur. The blind god, Druth, was there. Loki asks him why he wasn't taking part. Druth says, I cannot...
Years had passed since she left her father. She trained hard alongside her friend, Dillion. She saw things no one else could. Patterns, shapes, movement. An intuition that made her an exceptional warrior. Friendship turned to love. But the shadow of darkness never let her go, and she was caught between two worlds. That of Zinbel and her past, and Dillion, her future.
Wasting your time. You have no time
Two realities tearing at her soul.
Trials to distract you. He set you up, and now they're going to watch you fall. What if these trials mean nothing? Laughing at you. What if they take you no closer to Dillion? About Dillion, and you're letting this get in the way.
What if they are just to tire you out, to make you weak before the battle?
Kill the things that are most precious to you. nothing.
Being special. It's a waste of time. It could all be a waste of her time.
What if the gods are just toying, playing? What if the gods are laughing at her?
Messing with her.
It wouldn't be this.
It would be the first time.
And sent for a giantess. She comes riding a wolf and has vipers for her reins. She pushes Baldur's ship into the sea with such force that the ground shakes and the rollers burst into flames. When Baldur's wife sees his body carried onto the ship, her heart bursts with grief, and she dies. She's put next to her husband, and the pyre is lit, sending the dead to hell. But even so, the gods cannot accept his death.
Does it feel warm? Do you feel safe?
Dillian loves you.
He led you astray.
Should have listened to your father when he had the chance.
I didn't listen to him.
His love has tortured you, and it tortures Dillian.
It's the secret.
Your curse has claimed Dillian.
Poor Dillian. He didn't know. He was kind.
You're cursed.
Dillian saved you from them.
What if this is pointless?
What are you doing? Why did you think you could make this work? You keep seeing
Runes, you see runes everywhere.
everywhere.
But what if they're not real?
What if they don't actually make sense?
If they're a trick? The gods were lying. You think it makes sense, but really the gods are playing with you.
It makes sense in your mind, but it doesn't make sense.
Worlds. The gods. But it doesn't mean anything.
You can't read this language. You don't understand.
Sinbel was right. You wasted time. You're cursed. You'll succeed. Slow, quicker.
You have no chance for love. Ever again.
You kid.
You are guilty.
Was it worth it?
Everything gets broken in the end.
You killed him with your love because he believed in you.
Dillian!
It's not safe.
Dillian never much cared for the underworld.
You're going to fall.
And looked dimly upon the druids, like her father, Sinbel.
You can do it. You can do it.
I guess he took after his father, a chieftain who believed nothing he couldn't see. And he happened to be blind. She felt safe in Dillian's arms, learned to see the world through his eyes. Slowly, the darkness that had bound her so tightly began to unravel.
Very careful.
You've come this far. Don't let him slip away.
It's a narrow bridge. And there's a long way to fall. With
Senua, your father cannot understand your darkness. He cannot see through your eyes. No one can. My own father was born blind. Doesn't have the faintest idea of what the night looks like. The word dark to him means as little as the word light. So someone is afraid of the dark. Should we fix them by taking away their sight? But you give up the beautiful world. You, and only you, can see just to be rid of your nightmares. Or is this the price you pay for the
You
gift
did
you
it,
have?
but there's more. There's more.
The gift that makes you so special in my eyes.
There's still more. There's always more to
Just
do.
another
It's
part
not
of the
going to
person I know.
be easy. Can you do another one? It's too much.
I never for the wilds to protect you from my
the energies.
No.
Too much to do.
Because I love you. But it made it worse. I'm so sorry.